Hey everyone, and welcome back to Woo Woo Wednesday, where I share my intuitive insight and weekly wisdom with you through the use of oracle cards. I'm Brittney Carmichael, the founder of Shine School and the Shine from the Inside Oracle, where I empower women to break free of the fear that stops them from shining their light. This week I'll be joining you with a new moon in Scorpio tomorrow. So we've got a lot of endings that are happening in order to make room for this new chapter. And Scorpio is in the sign of sex and death and transformations and taxes. And so this is all about ending an old version of yourself. We're closing down a spiritual story that started back in 2012. So if you guys know my story, in 2012, the world was like, hey, wake up, girl. And I had a near-death experience with Chris. My mom had a massive stroke that totally turned my world upside down. And coming full circle to this new moon in Scorpio, we're actually ending a spiritual cycle that was started back then. So I want you to think about what was going on in your life in 2012. What journey did that lead you on, and what lessons have you learned thus far? And most importantly, what fear has come up along the way that's made itself known? Your awareness is enlightenment. So when you're aware of the fears that are showing up, then you finally have the power to choose to change them rather than unconsciously live in that same repetitive cycle. So I'm gonna take a moment to check in with everyone who's live, sending you guys some new moon magic. I'm so excited for tomorrow. We'll be doing a new moon manifesting ritual in the Carmichael household. I won't be going live for this because I have a salon day tomorrow, so I'm balancing my energy, but we'll definitely be putting into practice. Chris and I have already been talking about what do we want to create for 2022. And if you're not having that conversation now, then it's gonna creep up on you before you know it. So we're already starting to have those conversations of what is our next year gonna look like, and how are we gonna end this year on a positive high note, feeling balanced. So I'm gonna take a moment to say hello to everyone who's here. Hello, Christiane. Hello, Sophia. Hello, Britt. It's so good to see everyone here. I'm gonna try to get my comments up over on Facebook. All right, whoop, whoop. Okay, so this week, new moon, Scorpio, I wanna know, what are you letting go of? What are you releasing? Normally in full moons, we do the whole release, but today I feel called to talk about both. Let's talk about what we're releasing so that we can create space for the new that we're gonna call in. And this is an opportunity for you to, I guess, like, kind of check where your boundaries are. This is a time of really reassessing your personal boundaries, where you have to draw a line with yourself, where you're like, I said I was gonna go work out and I just keep canceling on myself. Like, you're not staying true to your integrity. Or maybe there's external boundaries that you need to reassess in relationships. And as you become more confident in yourself, you can then begin to place better boundaries between you and people who maybe are draining your energy. So not only are we letting go of old beliefs and old fears, we're also being called to reinforce new boundaries from this place from this like elevated place that we've grown into. So do you feel like right now you're reassessing your boundaries, you're up leveling, your fears are kind of like, that's not me anymore? Like, I've been asking you to think back all the way to 2012, but just think back to the beginning of the year. Are you a different person today than you were, let's say, January 1st? Are you a different person? Have you seen some of those changes? Have you noticed that we're shedding? We're in a collective purge right now. It's been interesting to watch, not only in my own life, but in my clients that I'm coaching. And we're all creating space. We're all letting go. And a lot of what is happening is fears are coming up to be let go. But the problem is we don't understand that the fears that are coming up to be released aren't meant to be relived. We're not meant to go through them again like, oh God, it's happening again. There's always like that one final test, right? You get the test, you're like, oh, I passed the test, like I did it. And you think you're done? How many of you know what I'm talking about? And then it happens again in a new scenario with the same energy and the same essence. And you're like, but I thought I did this. And that is the moment of growth and faith. It's not all the other stuff before. The real wisdom and the real lesson getting is when you can have that scenario happen one final time and you're just so aware and you just notice it and you're like, oh, I see my patterns right here. I see that trigger, and you just aren't even emotionally engaged by it. And when you can do that, that's when you know, oh, I got the lesson, and it will no longer show up for you. But until you get that lesson, it's gonna keep showing up. How many of you know what I'm talking about? When you're like, I thought I was done with that, and then it shows up again. All right, I'm just gonna check out your comments. I'm seeing Scorpio, all the things. Releasing toxic relationships to create space for new experiences. Yes, yes, yes. Chris always told me I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. That was enough for me. I'm like, I can do that math. Oh my God, came right in on the boundaries part, and that's right on point. Yes, girl. Hello, Lindsay Mees. So good to see you. I'm completely a different person. Yeah, are you guys a different person than the last time? I'm a whole different animal, and I'm a Scorpio, so fully embracing this season. Whoop, whoop. All right, let me just catch up. Yes, this happened this week. Yep. Okay, you guys are different people. So speaking of Scorpio and astrology and all the things, you know, we're talking about new moon in Scorpio. I have to be honest, my mom's a Scorpio, and we have a great relationship now, but it's kind of paved the way for interesting relationships with Scorpios. So I'm gonna be real honest. I love you, Scorpios. But the podcast coming out on Friday, we actually interviewed an astrologer named Natalie Wallstein. She's incredible, Soul Shine Astrology. We've been great friends for many years, and we are starting to bring on guest speakers. And so we're interviewing and we're asking questions, and Chris is like, I don't really even know what to ask. Like, just, you know, he knows what I talk about, and he's like kind of in the vibe, but so we're just asking all these questions, and all of a sudden I'm like, kind of talking shit on the Scorpios a little bit, because, like, you know, it's okay, whatever. So I'm telling my story and how it goes, and she's like, oh, you know, there might be Scorpios listening, like, they're great. Chris goes, and I love it because he's not really into astrology, he's like, oh, the Scorpios, they know. I love you guys, but you are, you know, you guys are the ones that go deep and sting hard, and that can shake a lot of people. That can make people feel very uncomfortable, which I feel like I tend to, as a Libra moving into Scorpio, I kind of tend to see that happen as a reflection with, you know, people that come into my life as well. So it was just about Scorpios with bad mom relationships, okay? Those, me and those just don't mix for some reason. 3 of them left my life in the last couple years. So had to just, like, I was telling her about it. I was like, what's the deal? Like, can my chart tell me why I can't keep a friendship with, like, these kind of people? So it wasn't really too much shit talking. It was just awareness and noticing. And that was another thing we talked about. It's like, how do you communicate with other people's signs that, like, don't get, like, you guys just aren't on the same wavelength? Like, you just aren't doing it, you know? And so we're gonna share how you can not only do that, but discover your purpose through using astrology, and how you can do couples readings too. So we were talking about that because we've got our Evolved Couples Retreat, and we're gonna be doing some fun, like, magical things for the couples by showing them their different life path, different human design, different things like that that will help them to communicate and understand themselves better. And so I was asking her, in astrology, can you do that too? And she actually showed us, and you'll hear on the call, she pulled up both of our charts and laid them on top of each other, and she's like, whoa, this is crazy, like how similar the charts are, and where all your planets are very, like, clustered together at the same time. So, you know, it's so interesting because this is ancient wisdom, and it feels like we're just finally remembering and coming back to it. But when you start to uncover it, it really is surprising. How many of you are into astrology and, like, dig into it? I mean, we're here on woo woo, so you can't be that, like, oh, I'm not into astrology, that's weird. Yeah, I'm clearly attracting the right people. Hello, Gilly. Hello, Kellyanne. Tina, all the way from Australia. Cindy from the evening in the UK. You guys are amazing. Scorpios, be like, come on in, the water is deep. Now, you know what I'm talking about. See, Scorpios know, they freaking know. Yes, you will love Stella because she is part of me and a Scorpio. I love it. Well, you guys have a great relationship, so we'll do fine. We know, and we can handle that shit talking. I love it. I need to know more about Scorpios. Oh my gosh, how funny. You guys are amazing. Okay, woo, love that you're bringing human design and life path to the retreat. Yes, it's so important. You know, that was the first thing that set me and Chris on this, like, wild goose chase. Was I got the book Star Signs by Linda Goodman, and I read about Aquarius and I read about Libra, and I just cried, and I was like, how does it know us so well? Like, I couldn't even describe you or me that great. Like, and it just, like, sent me on this whole, you know, rabbit hole journey of trying to uncover more truth and more understanding. And so astrology has been a huge part in that, which is why I show up here doing the full moon and the new moon rituals and all the things, hosting my goddess gatherings on the full moons. Like, I kind of like it, kind of like the moon. We can see it. It's kind of cool, you know. Anyway, I'm currently single AF and actually loving it. Would it be weird and or an option to come to the couples retreat alone? Okay, so you're not the first person that has asked that, ironically. I think it might be a little bit weird, but I wonder if there's a way in the future we could blend, maybe we need like a singles couples retreat where we invite all single people who want to be a couple and see if we can match make. That could be kind of cute, you know, I don't know. But I just joked and said, bring your blow up doll and we'll just pretend, we'll look the other way. So that'll be fun. Okay, or will you bring the astrology stuff to the goddess retreat? 100% astrology stuff, all the magic, all the woo, all the chakras, all the healing happens at the goddess retreat. And since you brought it up, I'm gonna share this announcement. I haven't told anyone yet. We are in the works. I just got my email reply from the house that we are going to book. I don't know if you guys saw this year when we went to Colorado, we had the most gorgeous cabin on Copper Mountain, right on the ski slopes. It was absolutely wonderful. 3 stories, 10,000 square feet, totally incredible accommodations. And I thought, since we're going to Colorado for the Trevor Hall concert at Red Rocks in April, we should probably throw a 420 retreat. So it looks like we'll be doing, and don't quote me on the dates, but it'll be really close to then. I'm thinking 420 2022 for the goddess retreat. So that'll be, I'll be sharing that soon, but we are just getting through processing all the applications for the couples retreat. We only have 3 spots left for that, and then I'll be announcing the goddess retreat. So yay, all the good things, so excited. Love Copper. Yes, girlfriend, I know you're gonna be there. Melissa, come hang out. You're in Colorado, girlfriend. You have to come to a retreat. It's like, we have to make up for the first one. Tina says, I need you in Australia. Would love a retreat here. I would love to do a retreat in Australia. In time, when we can cross the borders. Okay, I stole your thunder with the last announcement too, left my ass, sorry, so impatient and excited. I'd love to go. Oh my God, Trevor Hall, I know! I'm so excited. So we were all supposed to go to the Trevor Hall concert at Red Rocks during the last goddess retreat, and due to all the things, it got canceled, and so we ended up having to shift, and that turned into us having a private chef, which now Chef Kevin is coming to all the retreats, even Destin, the couples retreat, he's coming back to the goddess retreat. They're confirmed. The photographer that we've used in the past is coming. Like, it's all coming together. I just have to couple little fine-tuned tweaks, and then we'll share it with the world. So I'm so excited for all that. I know, Melissa, I would love that. Okay, so I haven't even pulled cards yet, but we're gonna do that now. Another goddess retreat. Yes, girlfriend. Okay, also, if you're wanting to get on the goddess retreat wait list, you can go to brittneycarmichael.com/retreat. I think that's the URL. Or just shoot me a DM and say goddess retreat, and I will send you the link. That way you get on the wait list, because all of the previous goddesses that have come in the past, which they always like to come like rebook, they get first priority. So those usually sell out like half the event, and then my VIP wait list gets next priority, and so does my Shine Tribe Sisterhood. So if you're like, I want to be there, I don't want to miss out, make sure you get on the wait list, because you'll be the second people to know. Am I late? No, I am just about to pull some cards. Thank you for asking, Stacy. So I'm going to pull some cards from the Shine from the Inside Oracle, kind of to represent this new moon in Scorpio energy. We're leaving behind an old spiritual story of fear and doubt and things that held us back in the past, and we're moving on to a new, fresh, clean slate. Something I feel really called to share with you guys and be completely vulnerable and open right now about fear. Something that has been coming up for me. So we're talking about ending a spiritual story or ending something like that. I'd like to share like what mine has been, what I've been noticing. Is when I was younger, I went to a really small country school. There was like 100 people in my graduating class, like 200 people, I don't know. It was a teeny tiny school. I think there's like less than 2,000 people in the town. It was tiny. Okay, so you guys know I stood out. And because of that, and I'm also very vocal, and I speak my truth, and I don't hold back, and that is intimidating to a lot of people. And as a child, I didn't know that. As a child, I didn't know that I scared people because they had to look at their darkness, or I challenged them to like think outside the box. I didn't know that. And so an old story that I'm outgrowing is that I'm number 2. Because I was so good at sports, I was incredible in academics, all the things, right? But I had this basketball coach who just couldn't accept my light. He just didn't like me. And he did everything in his power to get me off the team. He would bench me, he wouldn't play me. It was just so annoying. And we all know I was amazing, okay? I even look back, when my dad passed away, my mom was watching all the childhood videos and my 5th grade basketball video was up. And I remember thinking, watching the video back, I was like, damn, I was actually really good in 5th grade, but I remember thinking, I'm not good enough. I'm not good as the older girls. They've been playing a year longer than I have. I just started. And it made me sad to think that even in 5th grade, I had doubt. I was self-doubting. And that led to the same repeating pattern of attracting a basketball coach that couldn't see my magic and kind of reflected back to me that fear of, am I good enough? And it started in sports. And all the other sports, I'm, you know, varsity and this and that, and #1, blah, 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 and all the things, and be a volleyball coach, which is probably something you guys don't know about me. I'm like actually extremely athletic. It's kind of weird. But that set this belief that I now have uncovered from past life and past life that I'm not number 2. I just intimidate people. And so they try to like put me in a box. And so the old spiritual story I'm leaving behind is that I'm fucking number 1 in my life. I'm amazing. And I'm not gonna let anyone else's opinion of me or perception of me determine how I value myself. And it started with freaking basketball. So all that to be said, I wanted to share just a little insight into like, here's what I'm uncovering in my life right now. Here's some of the fears that have come up for me. So I hope that resonates with you guys. And I'm gonna pull some cards now. Now that I've dumped my heart on you guys. Never thought about it that way. Oh, well, yeah, it's interesting. You never know what like can happen. Like just one phrase that could be said to you as a child, like how that can impact your entire life. I love that you shared this. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I'm all about being open and vulnerable and sharing like the real. Okay. Do you see that? I was a catcher also in softball. So do you see how like cat-like reflexes over here? Okay, so thank you for being open to receive that story, what I'm going through, what I'm processing. So I am number 1. That's my new mantra. All right, last card for the week. New moon in Scorpio. What are we leaving behind and what are we heading towards? New fresh start, new clean chapter. Cards tuning in with me. What? Oh, Gerald's tuning in. Hi, Gerald. It's so good to see you. Happened upon your page because of the giveaway with Pixie Curio, and I'm glad that I found you. Thank you so much. Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen, I'm actually giving away a copy of the Shine from the Inside Oracle in the Instant Peace giveaway. So if you check out my feed, you'll see the post on there. You can enter and share it, and you'll be entered to win. I want to say later this week we'll announce the winner, so I'll be sending a personal deck straight to you with some of my extra stickers and fun little sparkle magic. And with that being said, it's got me thinking a lot of you have been reaching out about Christmas orders for wholesale. So if this is a gift you want to give to your friends, obviously you can buy one through Amazon, but if you're looking to wholesale more, if you want to buy 10 or more of these decks, I actually have an amazing wholesale program that you can share in your salon. You could just, I actually had a client come in. It was so cute. She was a new hair client. She sat down in my chair and I'm telling her all the things and self-love and how about you pull a card? And she's like, well, these cards are amazing. I want to give them to my friends. She's like, can I buy 10 of them? I was like, 10? In my salon, like hair clients, I usually just buy 1 or 2. It's like, yeah, girl, you can buy 10. How about I just hook you up with my wholesale program? So it's really cute. Like, you don't have to be a business owner to access my wholesale program. So if you've been wanting to buy a bulk amount of these, if you want to sell them in your shop or give them away to friends, reach out, hit me up, DM me the word wholesale. I'll send you all the details and the links because this is really an amazing gift to give somebody because it keeps on giving. They can use it every day and check in with their soul. Like, what better gift than that? Aw, Mom's here. She says, you so goofy. What did I do, Mom? Okay, we got some cards. The cards have been talking. All my coaching clients this week, I'm like, I'm gonna pull you 3 cards, and like 10 come out. I'm like, okay, we're just gonna roll with what Spirit wants to share. Okay, checking up with your comments, making sure I've caught everything. Wow, going through a similar healing right now. Thank you for sharing. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Okay, you guys ready for this? Let me know you're ready in the comments by saying I'm ready. Hit the little hearts and the likes and we'll get this party started. Okay, first card, new moon in Scorpio vibes. Ooh, your soul whispers love, your ego shouts fear. This is a powerful one. This is gonna be how you start to determine and decipher what is the difference between my mind freaking out and my intuition leading me into the unknown, because that freaks you out, right? But there's a difference. And the difference is that your ego is shouting. It doesn't feel good. It comes from a negative place. It makes you feel uncomfortable. You're like, oh gosh, I feel like I'm beating myself up. I'm not good enough. But when your soul whispers love, it comes from a place where you feel safe, you feel supported, and like you can trust, even though it seems scary. It's coming from a place that doesn't feel overwhelming or like, you know what it sounds like when your inner mean girl's like firing up and talking mad shit. So this is saying, start to get quiet your mind, activate your meditation practice, do your yogas, whatever you got to do to quiet your mind, whatever that method is for you, so that you can start to listen to the quiet, gentle whispers for the next step. Because you guys are ending, you're leaving things behind. And so you're asking for guidance, you're asking for clarity, but it doesn't come from outside of you, ever. It is all, even if you hear something or see something, it's a spark within you that makes the difference. So this is important for you to listen to those internal nudges and stop tuning into the negative voices that are running rampant in your head. This comes up every damn time. I know, this is a popular one. It's a popular one because we're shifting out of fear into love, and that is what the Scorpio ending is we're ending a spiritual cycle of fear that's held us back, and we're stepping into love and light, right? And it takes practice. It's not easy. We all have known to do it our whole life, but have we? Now we are. All right, let go of control, relax into flow. This is also saying like you're headed into the unknown, and that is scary. So this is gonna be really important for you to lean into your faith and your trust in yourself, and in whatever higher divine power you are associated with. And then also, you know, letting go of control. Like, here's the thing, we have control over every response. We don't have control over how things show up. And I feel like when you stop, here's the thing, when you stop gripping onto life so hard and trying to force it and maneuver it, that's when the flow starts to happen, and you can release some of that control. Like, oh, I don't have to make the to-do list or tell everybody what we're gonna eat for Thanksgiving and like all the things. You guys know what I'm talking about. When you can just say, you know what, it's all happening, it's all good, and focus on the few things that absolutely do need to happen. Like, there's some top 3 priorities that need to happen in your daily life, right? But the rest of it, all, how's it gonna unfold? That's where we waste our worry. Well, how? I really want this thing, but how's it gonna get here? It doesn't matter how it gets here. It just matters that you say yes when it shows up. And with your worry, you energetically push away those opportunities and then prove to yourself that your fear is right. And so you're like, oh, I've been right all along. I'm not good enough. I'm never gonna get this new job or this new opportunity. But the truth is, you just wasted your magic, because yeah, you proved yourself right, but it wasn't even what you really wanted. Because when we're worrying, we are definitely not projecting visions of what we want. No, we are projecting the visions of what we don't want. And so any amount of time wasted in worry is just taking away from the ease of how it could be in the flow. If you, oh gosh, everything's closing down, in the flow of what you're being called to move into, because change is the only constant. So like, everyone thinks they're going to control everything, and if I self-sabotage at first, it won't hurt so bad if they don't like me, or this doesn't happen, or if it doesn't come out the way that I expected it. Like, that is a trauma response, and it's not that it's bad, it's just probably not working for you now when it did in the beginning, when it initially started. So let go, relax. And then the last 3 cards that came up, like, okay, they're trying to talk to us, is forgive someone. On Halloween, I usually read letters from my biological father who passed. But this year, since now I have 2 dads that have passed, I decided I would just go into meditation and thank them and forgive them. And so this is a call to release. Like, if we're gonna start this new fresh chapter, then we have to do it from a place of love. And if we're still holding on to anger and frustration and resentment, then we're gonna keep attracting that in our relationship. So whether it's forgiving someone else for the pain that they've caused you, or forgiving yourself for allowing that, or both, this is the opportunity. Here's your sign. Forgive someone. And the next one is celebrate yourself. You deserve it. So you've been doing hard work. You've been kicking butt. You've been learning lessons, gaining wisdom, like battling your fear. And this is saying it's time to just celebrate. It's time to say, whew, I freaking did it. Like we can take a break for a minute because like the next chapter is going to require a lot of change and new effort and new energy. So right now this is saying, how can you celebrate yourself? Is it time to like go get your nails done or treat yourself to a new outfit or like buy some perfume? Like I'm just thinking of like random physical things that you could treat yourself with. But really this is an essence and an energy of celebrating yourself and not feeling like it's never going to be done. I'm never good enough. It's never going to happen. This is saying celebrate how far you've come no matter where you're at right now. And then the last card that came up with it is unleash your inner wild child, get up and dance. So this is saying stop worrying about what other people are thinking of you. This is the time to throw off all the limits, the weights, the masks, the fears, the doubts, and just get up and like dance to your own soul's freaking frequency, man. Like just beat to your own drum. I was like, there's a phrase there somewhere. Beat to your own dang drum. And really this is about just like when I see this card, like if you guys look at this, she really is just like, letting it go, dancing. So I want you to like take a moment, if you have the time, when we get off of woo woo, I want you to turn up your favorite song, your like favorite like dancing, like feeling good song, and just freaking crank it out and just like go ham. I want you to get lost in the moment. And hey, dancing meditations are a really powerful dynamic movement to get you into the present moment and to stop your thinking mind. So you may just come up with that creative clarity that you needed when you do this like get up and dance kind of vibe. So I say we all have a dance party after this, turn on our favorite music and really just get lost in the moment so that we can just feel alive again. We've been in a weird energy. So this is like about coming back alive, doing it with joyfulness and excitement and free of fear and free of the just bullshit that we put on ourselves. It doesn't feel good anymore. Celebration message. I literally just had a dance party with my daughter. I love that, Ellen. Yes, my guides literally gave me the celebration this morning too. I love that. All right, so which card resonated with you guys this week so far? I just learned the whole Napoleon Dynamite dance and it was very healing to share that. I really need you to post that on your stories and tag me because I want to watch it. Actually, okay, fun fact, I worked at the movie theater in high school when Napoleon Dynamite came out. So I watched it about 85 times. All right, so which card resonated with you this week? Your soul whispers love, your ego shouts fear. Drop it in the comments below. Let go of control, relax into flow. Forgive someone. Ooh, there's a whole module in Shine School called the F word. And it ain't about that. It's about forgiveness. And I lead you through the process of what is it, how to do it, and different rituals and practical meditations to be able to change it on a deeper subconscious level. Next one is celebrate yourself. You deserve this. Are you celebrating? Or unleash your inner wild child, get up and dance. This is saying it's time to be authentic to you, to stop caring what other people think, to just go out there, be your weird ass self, and let that attract the people who will love and support you. I love the forgiveness card. I need to forgive myself for carrying the negative experience with me for all these years. So need to let go and forgive. Yes. Ellen says, let go for sure. Sophia says, your soul whispers love. Let's see. That movie is the best. I know, it's so good. Vote for Pedro. And celebrate and dance for my book. Yes. Big shout out to Stacy Suter for writing her children's book. Everyone go check that out. And that's what I'm talking about, right? We have these ideas. We have these dreams. We want to change the world. We want to make a difference. Whether we've been hurt and we say, you know what, we could be doing this better, or we see that our children are suffering and we say, hey, you don't have to do the same thing that we've always done. It's actually, it ain't right. We're going to do something different. Like, you are here to make the change. You are here to say, it's time for something new. We're not going to stand for this anymore. It's time for you to speak up and use your throat chakra voice and tell people, this is what we came here from. This is what we came here for. This is what we're going to create. And this is what I need. That's what I hear my women in my coaching program tell me all the time. I'm finally voicing what I need to my partner or to myself. I'm finally just saying, this is what I want. And being okay with that. Not being on the like, well, is that okay? Or tiptoeing. No, barge in. This is me. This is what I want. And I say that, it might sound kind of aggressive, but for someone who's been tiptoeing for so long, I gotta like get you going, you know what I mean? And eventually you'll come to the place where you can do it with ease and peace, and you don't have to raise your voice, and you don't have to be, hey, I'm here, pay attention. But if you've never practiced speaking up for yourself, it's gonna feel really uncomfortable. And so this is just your call. This is your reminder to keep trying, to just keep practicing, you know? If you're like, dang it, I really wish I would have said this, but I held back. Next time you have another opportunity to try again, to try again, to try again. And that's literally all of life, learning the lesson of love. Every moment is the opportunity to try again, to come from a place of love. Boom. All right, I think that's it for the week. All of them, these cards have a through line for sure. Yeah, that's what's so cool about this deck is like, I mean, I took all the lessons out of Shine School to empower you guys, but now that I do readings for people, it's just like mind-blowing at how on point it calls people out. At Hair Love Retreat, I think I did over 100 readings, and every single card was different, or like every single person's message was different. Even if I pulled the same card, the message came through differently. So it was really interesting to see that unfold too, for my own self as the creator. Okay, anything else? Hello, Vic, it's good to see you. Anything else, you guys? Have any questions, thoughts, ideas? So I made the announcement, the Goddess Retreat's happening in April 2022. I'm thinking April, yeah, 420, it just seems right. The Couples Retreat only has 3 spots left in Destin on 2/22/22. And was there anything else we covered today? Topics like that? And the wholesale program. So if you want to sell the Shine from the Inside Oracle on wholesale in your boutique, your salon, to your friends, whatever you want to do, just reach out, shoot me a message, and I'll send you to our wholesale program. All right, any other thoughts, ideas, questions that have popped up from today? I appreciate you guys joining and sharing the sparkle magic. If you know someone who would love this message, please tag them and share it on your social, all the things, and spread the good vibes. And I hope you guys have an amazing new moon in Scorpio. This is gonna be a fresh, clean start. It's gonna feel so good. Is that 3 couples or 3 people left? 3 couples, so 3 couples left. There's 3 king suites left in the couples retreat. Oh my gosh, that would be so amazing if you came all the way from Wales. I know we tried to do the Goddess Retreat too, so that would be really awesome. All right, well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I so love being here live with you guys. I appreciate your love and support. It is always so much fun sharing my wisdom and love with you. So yeah, if you need anything, feel free to shoot me a DM. I love hearing from you and supporting you on your journey, and I will talk to you guys soon. Lorraine says, hi Britt, happy new moon for tomorrow. We'll watch the replay. I missed the reading. It's so good to see you, sweet love, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will talk to you guys. Can I fly there yet, or is that a no-go? I think you can fly here. I don't see why not. I mean, I don't think there's any like protocols or rules, especially Florida. Florida don't give a F. So I really think you'll be fine flying into Florida, but you should check it out. And if not, or if you can, come hang out. Yeah, if you're going anywhere, go to Florida, okay? Go to Florida. All right, I love you guys. I'm out. Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy the new moon. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.